Hello, this is Bishop Rick Stika. As you might know, a number of months ago, I gave a little bit of reflection with Rosie, my dog, in my lap and the St. Louis baseball cardinal flag behind me, introducing the fact that summer was soon approaching. I invited you to have a good time, to relax, and to once again recreate a sense of wellness. But I also reminded you not to forget to read and not to forget, certain academics. How'd you do? Well, you can't give me an answer right now, but I'd like to further our conversation. Now, the school year has begun, and recently I had the privilege of attending a football game at Knoxville Catholic. Fortunately, we won. And don't forget the good people of Notre Dame and Chattanooga. I'll be coming up to see some football games and other sporting events. In fact, for all of you who are attending our schools, it's my hope to visit the classrooms as often as possible. But not also just to visit the classrooms, I hope to be with you in a variety of different ways. You see, I seriously take my role as a bishop to be the father of this diocese, the spiritual father. And as a good father, it's up to me, I think, to be with you in a variety of different occasions. I'd like to talk to you today about the school year. Academics are very important. If you like math or if you don't like math, if you like English or if you don't like English, science, all the different subjects, it's important to learn them all because, after all, don't you want to be a well-rounded person? Don't you want to have the ability to have conversations with people in a variety of different subjects? Education is so important because it's a gift that God gives to us to use our intellect, to use our thought process in order to make a difference in the world. And that's what our faith is all about, isn't it? To make a difference in the world, to be the face of Jesus to people that we come into contact with. But it's also the ability to be able to comprehend the good things that God has given to us. The earth that we walk on, the air that we breathe, the things that surround us that sometimes we don't have an understanding of, and so we seek information out through an encyclopedia or through a textbook or on the internet to learn more about those beautiful things that God has given to us. So now the school year has begun. I'm recording this at the very end of September. And so in the next number of months, you're going to be doing all kinds of a variety of different things at school. I hope you do so and you enjoy them and you make new friendships. There's going to be temptations out there also. Remember what our faith is all about. Not to give into those temptations that take us away from Jesus, but to embrace the Lord in his invitation to us to come and to follow and to love him. I also have something very special I would like you to consider. As I travel through the parishes and the schools, I know for a fact that there are people that I speak to that are considered in vocation to the priesthood or to the religious life. Sometimes that's a scary thing. We're afraid to talk to another person, especially a peer, about this because it is a little different. And yet I know that there are young men and women, and sometimes not so young men and women, who are considered in vocation to the priesthood or to the religious life. What I invite you to do, if this is a thought that has crossed your mind once or 1,000 times, is find a person who currently is a priest or one of the religious sisters and to talk to them about this life that they're living, that they're privileged to live to be of service to God's people, to talk to them and to pray about it. I even invite you to contact my office. I'd be willing to sit down with you and talk to you about how I felt the call to priesthood, or how I see this diocese and how I see other people who have responded yes to the Lord. But for all of us, again, keep your relationship with the Lord open. Sunday Mass is important. It's that one time in which we gather together to celebrate the Lord's special gift to us, the Mass, that reminds us of the gift of Jesus and his body and blood given to us for our nourishment. And it's also a time when we praise God. Praise the God who has given us life and faith and our family and the earth and the sky and all the things that surround us that are so beautiful. Don't waste time. Enjoy life. And finally, there's one other thing that I would like to share with you. As I greeted you at the beginning of the summer, remember in the background there was a St. Louis baseball cardinal flag? They're in first place. They might even be in the World Series. All things are possible with God. So if you belong to a team that might not be winning, don't worry. Just do your best, and everything will fall into place. God bless you. See you next time.